Hello, I would like to tell you how I failed college twice. I watched all my friends move ahead while I was left behind. At one point, I genuinely believed I was a failure. But this is the story of how my life slowly started to change. When I was kid, I was never good at studies. Back in school, I was kind of student who used to score around 50 to 60%. Studying was never my strength. Whenever I picked up a book, I would immediately feel sleepy and never felt like studying. Most of the time, I used to study just one day before my exams. My parents were never happy with my academic performance, but they never said a single word to discourage me. Somehow, I completed my school without failing. But the thing changed in college. In my first year of college, I failed. All my friends got promoted to the next year except me. At that moment, I felt terrible. I thought I was complete failure. I started blaming myself and doubting my worth. I felt like I was good for nothing. Somehow, I convinced myself that this was not the end. I decided that no matter what happened, I would complete my graduation. Everything was going well until my final year. By then, I had made new friends. But during my final year exams, I failed again. It took me one extra year to complete my graduation. By the time I finally graduated, all my friends had already completed their master degrees. Once again, I fell into depression. Then I thought at least I should get a job. I had studied computer science. My friends started getting jobs in well-known IT companies, while I kept attending interviews after interviews without getting selected. Eventually, I even started applying for non-IT companies. Finally, I got a job in a logistic company. I felt a little relieved and told myself, "You're not a complete failure. At least you got a job." That was the beginning of my career. Even though it wasn't in the field I had studied, I had big dreams, but my salary wasn't good. I spent countless hours thinking about how to earn more money. Like many people, I searched the internet for ways to make money online and tried different ideas. The first year of my job was actually fun. I spent most of my salaries on myself and enjoyed life. But then everything changed. My father's salary was never enough for us to buy a house. But after I got a job, we finally decided to buy one. We agreed that my father would pay the EMI and I would take all the household expenses. After paying everything, I was left with barely any money. Sometimes I didn't even have enough for my daily travel expenses. Once again, I found myself under pressure. I knew I had to do something, so I started searching for another job. My first job was on the night shift. I used to come home around 4 a.m., sleep for a few hours, wake up and spend rest of the day searching for better opportunities. One day, I attended an interview at a big company. It was still a non-IT job, but I cleared my first round. For the first time, I felt like something good was finally happening. That day, I was getting late for my current job, but I decided to take a leave by saying I wasn't feeling well. From morning until night, I stayed in that company, attended multiple rounds of interview, and finally, I got selected. I received 150% hike. Even though it was a BPO job, I was finally able to manage the household expenses and still had enough money left to spend on myself. I was genuinely happy, but life had another challenge waiting for me. The COVID had started. Thankfully, the company continued paying us and asked us to work from home by sending us the laptop. I tried my best to perform well, but it became extremely stressful. I was new. I had no one to guide me, and my manager was constantly behind me asking why I wasn't meeting my targets. The stress became unbearable. Every Saturday, I finally felt a little relaxed, but by Sunday, I would already start feeling anxious because I knew I had to face that manager again on Monday. I was scared. I couldn't leave my job because I had responsibilities. And during COVID, finding another job wasn't easy. One day, I was sitting alone in my room, crying. I didn't want my parents to hear me, so I closed the door. My father came into my room and saw me crying. He asked me to come outside. I sat with both of my parents and they kept asking me what had happened. At first, I didn't want to give them more stress, but they kept insisting. Finally, I told them everything. I explained everything I was going through in my company and cried a lot. Then my father pulled me close and said something I will never forget. Don't worry, my son. I'm still here. You don't have to carry all this alone. If this job is giving you so much stress, then leave it. I can handle everything. I'm still here. That was one of the best days of my life. That day, I realized something very important. You don't have to carry every burden alone. If your parents are with you, you already have everything. That very same day, I resigned. I felt incredibly happy and relaxed. But deep inside, I was still traumatized. It took me almost a month to recover from all that stress. During that time, my father also got COVID. If you want to know that story, let me know in the comments. I will make sure to make the next video about it. A whole year passed. Thankfully, my father recovered, went back to work. He worked incredibly hard to earn enough money to pay EMI and manage our household expenses. Meanwhile, I was searching for a job. I contacted all my friends asking if there were any openings, but nobody had any leads. Then one day, I got a call from one of my friend. He told me there was an opening at the IT company where he worked. I couldn't believe it. After everything I had been through, I finally had an opportunity to work in the field I had actually studied. And finally, I got a job as a software developer. If you like this story, let me know in the comments. In the next video, I'll tell you how I got that job and how my journey continued from there. See you in next video.